Hello and welcome to the AgriHQ Livestock Insight Report Update brought to you by the AgriHQ analysts. I'm Nicola.
And I'm Friel.
We're going to have a run through through last week's Livestock Insight reports for the North Island and the South Island. Sarah's just chuckling because I've screwed up this intro so many times. But look, it's going well now, Sarah. So don't
really well.
Okay, so on the front page, we've got another challenge for Australia. We're, of course, referring to the floods in Australia. And just another issue with Australian production. They've really had their share of challenges with drought, floods, forest fires. And we are seeing, from a New Zealand point of view, we are seeing a benefit to having a lack of their supply in the market. This will just be another thing that adds to that. But of course, not going to revel in their floods. But we would love some rain ourselves, though, to be fair, right, Sarah?
Yes, and judging by rural weather updates, we could have a bit more this week. I'm in Manawatu, and we've definitely had a fair bit yesterday and today of really soft, light rain and warm conditions. So hopefully the rest of the North Island gets a bit of that this week, and the South Island too, Nicola, because you guys are fairly dry as well.
Yeah, and we had some forecasts for yesterday and it just didn't show up. So we're feeling pretty sad. And through the Canterbury region, which is our linchpin for the store markets, crops need a drink. People need to be sure about their stock water and the new pastures striking. So we are seeing some sluggishness there. If we look at the slaughter side of things, supplies are still very high. As you would expect, and with a short production week over Easter, there's the plants are full. But saying that, there's upward pressure or upward potential on prices despite supplies being so thick and fast, and that is the North Island shopping in the South Island.
Yes, because unlike you guys, we've got a bit of a gappy supply at the moment. Some processors described it to me as very hand to mouth. They're not quite sure where the next load's coming from. So that's a bit of a juxtaposition for, again, 2 short weeks and we're not full to the brim. And that is leading to a bit more procurement pressure on both cattle and land. So there could be some better prices available this week for farmers.
Yeah. And the store side of things down here, waiting on rain for a lot of the market. The cattle side of things, weaner heifers, pretty good buying, quite a mix of results there. The steers, pretty strong relative to slaughter values. We had a bit of a write-up there in the last week's report around trading margins. And the rest of the cattle market just dead. And that's, in one part, that's the time of the season, and also it's a lack of rain. And the lamb side of things, we had the winter lamb contracts, which definitely introduced some, some trader confidence, but it didn't really move the market. We're really just waiting on rain there. So if we see some rain in the Canterbury region, we could expect prices to jump up.
Yeah, in the North Island, those contracts have definitely gone some way to boosting the market a bit. That is also just underpinned by normal trading patterns, though. A lot of people have offloaded their first lot of store lambs, so they're getting back in the market, and we've had some pretty good options available. So it is a fairly natural response. And again, the same with the rain. One agent reported to me that if we got 50 mils in Hawke's Bay, it would be off like a rocket. It wouldn't have anywhere to stop. In terms of cattle, it's the same as you guys. The older cattle just aren't really on the market and prices are pretty stagnant. And in the weaner side of things, we're expecting a bit more excitement over traditional steers this week, just going off some really good prices at Dannyburg at the end of last week and a strong sale in Wairarapa yesterday. Heifers are fairly good buying in places still as well, though.
Yeah, and looking to this week's report, I'm just excited to see if it rains. That's where I'm at. What about you?
I'm excited to really get into the nuts and bolts of these winter trade contracts and just see what they're all about and how many farmers are going to be able to meet those obligations, seeing as it is just about 4 to 8 weeks away, really.
Yeah, that's true. And we will also be looking at the latest beef and lamb report, which has some interesting kill predictions there. So we'll definitely be picking at the threads of that. We've got the average export value statistics, which came out late last week. So we're going to pour over that as well. And yeah, we'll see if it rains and we'll see what the markets are up to. So all that'll be in your inbox on Thursday, because it's a short week. And if you're a subscriber, then you'll see us then. And if you're not a subscriber, you should head along to agrihq.co.nz and get yourself sorted out.